The Google Photo is a stock app used in looking at pictures on Android phones. And if you take a good look at that logo, like right now, it's kind of interesting. This is very simple, and this is also simple. A lot of people think this is difficult, so let's get into making it. If you like my kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up. It gives a boost to my view of the contents I make, and it makes me see that people actually do appreciate. But without wasting your time, let's head right into it. Alright, so making the Google Photo icon is pretty simple. Very, very simple, in my opinion. I would start by making the simplest one of it, the one that has the curves. Far more simple. And all I need is an ellipse, probably any side. I just make this for, let's just make it 500 by 500. Oh, I forgot that is not linked. So we'll make it 500 and we'll make this an exact 500 match. So now it's equally linked. So what we can do here is to quickly use a line tool. We could just select outside the box, grab a line tool, have it right at the anchor point and take it all the way to the other anchor point. Grab the shape builder to separate the shapes into two semicircles. That's a two semicircles. We need to take this. I would use the reflect tool. I'll put it on this anchor point and reflect it. I'll select this top part using the reflect tool, place it on right on this anchor point, and I would flip it around. Then I would hold both icons, that's both shapes, using the rotate tool this time. I would rotate it and hold Alt key, and there we have the photos icon. Though it's flipped around, I was supposed to do it the other way around, so I don't want to go through the whole stress, so I'll just use the reflect tool to reflect it the other way around. This is the simpler icon, the photo icon, the simpler one of it. So as you can see, we've made the simpler one pretty fast, very easy. It is simple, though I have not colored it yet, but it is very simple, just like this. Now we're going to get into making the other one, which is, in my opinion, nicer to make, but a bit more complex, basically. And to get that, we could try two methods. So the first method is to use a grid system. And if we're going to be using a grid system, I would suggest we use a 4x4 grid. So let's go with a 4x4 grid. We'll divide it into 3 horizontal and 3 vertical. So there we have it, a 4x4 grid. We just need to make it a bit bigger. Let's make it 400 by 400 in width and height. All right. Now, to make this into the Google Photos icon is as simple as daylight. It is very, very simple as daylight. We need lines. We need lines that cut across diagonally like this, and basically we need it to cut across in each space. So let's take this one, take it this way, take this one, put it this way. We need an exact opposite of these three. So as not to waste more time, we'll use the reflect tool and we'll hold the shift and alt key to duplicate it. As it stands right now, we are literally almost done with the logo. The only thing we need left is the star tool. Now we need a star right at the center to intersect. What we need is a 4-point star with 45 degrees as the first angle and 120 degrees as the second angle. This is what we need basically, and we'll just rotate this a little bit. Now it is way too entrenched into what we want to do. So what we'll do next is we need it to have like we need to reduce the size. We want to have a geometric, like a well measured size. So I'm going to take a line, make sure it intersects right here, and take it all the way to this point where it intersects. Then I'll shrink this to somewhere around, I need the center of both lines. So what we'll do is we'll take this one and we'll use the Alt key and take it halfway. I don't actually want it to intersect this, so let's just make this bold so it doesn't deceive the measurements for us. I'll make it, I'm watching out for these points. I don't want those points to be in there. All right, so we need this to be somewhere around the center of both lines. I think this is enough, I think. And then I would measure the star into that intersection. Here we can delete this and this. So in my opinion, we are literally done with the photos icon. All we need to do is highlight everything and we'll get the shape builder too. So we see the exact things we are shading would exchange the colors, the fill for the stroke, like this. Now let's go into coloring. We need this, that's one. We need this, we need this and this. So it's more like 1 2, sorry, it's more like 1 2 and 1, 1 2 and 1, and then everything inside here should be put together. At this point we have literally made the photos icon. As you can see, I'll use the shape builder to just remove every other thing that we do not need. All of this basically. So that's one method of making it, one very fancy and nice method. The next one is also simple, still grid-like, but very simple. So let's head right into it. So the other method of making the Google Photos icon is very similar, right? What we need is a box, 400 by 400. All we need is a box. Allow me switch the fill off, and yeah, so this is cool enough. So 400 by 400, right? What we need basically do is, first thing first, we need to create a triangle. So we could use the polygon tool or the star tool, but we need a triangle. I do not advise actually using any of these tools though, but let's just utilize it for now. So I need a triangle that comes from here all the way to this point. So this is why I do not advise using this tool. So let's just put the triangle here. We rotate it onto 90 degrees, and we want it halfway like this and halfway through the shape. So this is the problem of using a polygon to get it. It is very confusing. So the best thing you can do is to align like this. This time you use the Alt key to draw the edge until it intersects with the center of the part. This is our center, and we also use this, but we do not use the Alt key for this one. We just need it to go right to the center. So I could just pass and let it come back slowly. Yeah, so this is the second one. Now I would simply use the rotate tool, selecting this triangle. I'll rotate 90 degrees using the Alt key, and then I'll just duplicate it all around. That's the first part. And the next part is just like we did in the first one, we need a star. The star, again, same measurement, 45 degree as the first radius, 120 degree as the second radius, and then the points, 4 points. There we have our star. We need our star rotated 45 degrees basically. At this point, the difficulty with this is that you could just select this square, copy and paste in front. That is, you use Ctrl F and then you press Ctrl C to copy, and you use Ctrl F to paste in front. And you simply just divide by 2. This gives you the perfect width and height of the star. You don't have to stress yourself or anything, just let it intersect, and we have everything we need. Get the shape builder too. Same thing we did the first time. All of this and then this too, all up this way, all up this same. So we're just going all the shapes we find there, and then we'll get all of this out of the way. So just like this, we have the old one and the new one in the same place. I want to put the widths so they will be uniform. Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. This is supposed to be 400. Yeah, it's 400 by 400, and this is 400 by 400. So let's distribute horizontally. Oh, that was a mistake. I'm supposed to group them first. So you group each of them. Yeah, you group each of them, and then you arrange them. Distribute horizontally, distribute vertically. All right, so now they are perfectly aligned. I just want them to be at the center of the... This way, I'll just group it first and group it together and make it to come up to the center of the artboard. Then I'll ungroup them, selecting each and every one of them. I want all of them to have similar distribution, and I just need an even distribution for all of them. All right, so that's even, surprisingly. Yeah, so this is even enough. Now, as you all know, the last part of this whole thing is getting the colors set up. The colors are very, very fine, very simple. And I think the best way to actually get the color is by referencing the original images. So what I'll do is I'll pull up the images into the chart, or rather onto the artboard, and then we'll select the colors from those images. Now, to get those, we'll simply go to place. And I do have the images downloaded before, which is what we're seeing right on the other screen. And I'll just paste it here. Wow, that is huge. Let's get it a little bit smaller. And all we need to do here is just select the parts, use the... Oh, I need to ungroup all of them first and foremost. So I'll ungroup this, I'll ungroup this, I'll ungroup this. And what's left is simply selecting a piece of it and using the eyedropper tool. Sorry, this is the eyedropper tool. And we'll select its respective color. So I'll be switching between the V and the I. So right there, you can see the first one looking exactly the same as the picture. Let's get the second one done. So we'll select one of it, first bar, as usual. So I'll basically speed up the other one. so we don't have to waste so much time. All right, so there it is, the different ways to make the Google photo icon. And I think I find this more better, and this is nice. But regardless of how you choose to make it, this is the old and this is the new, and this is exactly how you make the Google Photos icon. They are really, really nice. So if you do like this kind of content and you want to learn how to decipher older logos, company logos, existing logos, do feel free to please give a thumb up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. And I kind of need the subscribers. I would really love if I get a lot of subscribers too. But for now, this is the value I present: deciphering logos for existing companies and then having people understand how it can be remade and made on their own. And you could also enjoy the content. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.